The next topic we're going to look at is using the event wizard along with the live Loretta projector in order to do feedback, training, and monitoring of brain regions using the live S-Loretta. To review, we have one screen that is the live 19-channel display. What I'm going to do is review how to get data on that screen. We go Data, Playback File, and then we are taken to the BrainMaster Studies directory where we can find the file we want to use. And I'll use this one for example, and we open it, and now we are playing back the 19 channels. I also want to review that we have a skill ROI channels running here showing areas 19 left and 19 right using the skill Broadman localization. We're also at this time looking at a live S-Loretta projection, and for example I'll do both hemispheres, and this is area 19 we're looking at. And what I want to talk about in this section is how to use the event wizard to get the data about this brain region and use it for training. So what we'll do is I'll demonstrate. We go into the settings, BrainMaster setup, we go to viewer change settings, and the thing we want to look at is the event wizard. And this particular protocol, as are many of our protocols, is set up for Loretta region of interest work. And for example, what this one shows is an equation that simply says x equals Loretta ROIA, which means region of interest amplitude. And it has then a 6 and then a 2. And the question is what these two numbers are, and quite simply the first number is the region of interest that we are looking at, and the second number is the component band that we're looking at. So for example, I'll show you how to find the list of that information. That happens to be right now on the knowledge base. I've just jumped to the BrainMaster knowledge base. And we see now a list by number of regions of interest. And we see that number 1 is the frontal lobe, number 2 is limbic, number 3 is occipital, and then we recognize that this is in fact the same list that we get on the pull-down menu on the viewer. 6 is the temporal lobe. So we see the list goes on, the various gyri, and then Broadman areas are listed, and they begin actually at number 41. The region number 41 is Broadman area 1. We have all the Broadman areas listed here now, all the way through 47. This is the list we refer to. So then when we close this and get back here, we see now that sure, 6 is temporal lobe and 2 is theta. So this is giving us the value of the temporal theta in the temporal lobe, specifically in band 2. Band 2 is theta because the typical bands and the ones we're using are delta then theta. So band 2 is theta. Then we have alpha, low beta, beta, high beta, gamma, and user. But these band numbers here that you see walking right down the left are the same band numbers then that you would use in the event wizard when you type in that band number. Now we're going to look at how to use the event wizard along with the live Loretta projector in order to do regions of interest training. I've set up an example, and I'll explain it and show how it works. Basically what's happening right now is on the left thermo display we see the activity of area 19 on the left, and on the right side we see the activity of area 19 on the right. And these are using the live Loretta projector and the event wizard in order to get the ROI estimates. To review, again, we have the full 19-channel EEG that we're looking at, and we can construct a live Loretta projection like this, and this projection has for all the voxels in a given region of interest, such as area, this shows area 18, I could then show area 19, shows the activity of the voxels of interest. This is showing how you can select those, move through it, pick different ones to look at. Here's area 19, for example, now, Brodmann area 19. So we'd like to get an estimate of the amount of energy in the left side and the amount of energy on the right side in alpha, and use that for monitoring, possibly for training. What we do is go to the setup screen and use viewer change settings and go to the event wizard. Either the tab or the button can be used. And we've set up an example here using the region of interest training in the event wizard with the live Loretta. And here the example is for left area 19, we're saying X equals Loretta, R-O-I-A-L, which means Loretta region of interest, amplitude, left. And we're asking for area number 53. And when we go back to our knowledge base article, we'll see that region 53, for example, is Brodmann area 17. So if we wanted that to be 19, actually you can see I slipped, we would use 55. So I'm going to show how to insert that in there to show how to put in Brodmann area 19 would be a 55. So we then will close this and then change the 53 to a 55. Check equation, that's okay. And then we would do the same thing here. Event 2, we change the 53 to a 55. Check the equation, hit OK. So I, for example, just showed you it could be changed from 17 to 19. Here it's now 19, area 19. So those are all we need in order to request the Loretta region of interest amplitude data, in this case left or right hand side. So I'm going to use these settings and exit, and the settings are now in use. So what I can do is go to a tab where I have set up a pair of thermometers. And the way I did this was to add thermometers to this screen. And then by right-clicking on the thermometers, I got this menu here, which allowed me to switch what I was looking at. I selected events instead of filters. And I selected these two events, which are the left 19 and right 19 events I just showed you, the ROI. And everything else is ignored right now because I'm looking at events. So now I see the activity of area 19 on the left and area 19 on the right in alpha. I have a auto threshold type of damping threshold following it, so I can see the average values. And we're seeing again that there's slightly higher activity on the right generally than on the left. So that's an example of using the event wizard and the live Loretta projector to do region of interest training using the event wizard.